What's up, guys, and welcome back to the GameShow Invitational. We have a best of 3 between Power Rangers and 4Clovers here on the GameShow English channel. I'm Mikelorus, going to be one of your casters. Danelie is here as well. This should be a pretty interesting matchup, I think. 4Clovers not doing too hot yesterday, but I think overall these two teams should be pretty even.
10 seconds remaining.
I think they're really strong teams, but we're back into Europe, Mike. We were in C for quite a bit of time, and I guess we're going to see different play styles. I was actually going to ask you, what's the state of Gyrocopter in Europe? Because we saw how powerful he was down in the SEA region, but what about up in Europe?
Same thing, yeah. I think
Same
he's,
thing, yeah.
yeah, indisputably powerful.
So he's just still the rocket spam in that mid lane. Is he typically still played in the mid lane, or will they put him in the safe lane as well?
I think more often he's going to be played as a core farmer in the safe lane. We've been seeing a little bit of the support Gyrocopter. I don't know if 4Clovers is going to do that, but Shaker Gyrocopter as a support duo is pretty darn dangerous, so it's probably least seen in the mid lane, actually. So I guess that's the only real difference.
Yeah, that means that 4Clovers, they have a little bit of early game presence with the Gyrocopter. He's not just the AFK farming hard carry that we sometimes see teams pick up. He can actually fight with what he has. The cooldown for that is really small. You have the Rocket Barrage, which is going to have a tiny cooldown as well. So I'm expecting a lot of team fight, not just from 4Clovers, but also Power Rangers, because you look at their draft and they've got a Queen of Pain to be the early game momentum hero. They have an Ancient Apparition who's always going to have some presence with an Ice Blast, and you have a very active support in the Vengeful Spirit, and well, we just see a Bounty Hunter picked up by 4Clovers.
This is a very interesting draft that's developing from both sides, really. Power Rangers going for a little bit of an older draft. I mean, Queen of Pain's still very powerful, probably one of the most powerful heroes at this stage of the game, but then just picking up an Ancient Apparition, it's not rare to see AAs just float by the entire draft and just don't get picked or banned or involved at all. But they want to grab that one with the Vengeful Spirit, setting up for potentially an offensive tri-lane, but offensive tri-lane up against Lion, Shaker, Gyro, not exactly good times there. And then Bounty Hunter for 4Clovers. It seems like both teams are trying to one-up each other as far as their aggressive power is concerned. And with 4Clovers, Bounty Hunter, it looks like he's going to be played in the off lane. Don't really see that all that often, and well, we'll see if it actually gets any traction.
I saw a couple of European games with the Bounty Hunter, and the games that I saw, he didn't actually work too well for those teams. Has Bounty Hunter in general picked up, or is he just kind of that really niche pick that either works really well if you're already ahead, or if he's fallen off, your team's pretty much 4v5ing at that point?
It's pretty much just what you described. Like, if you get a little bit ahead as the Bounty Hunter team, you're going to get really far ahead. But if you're behind, he does next to nothing. I mean, you can maybe recover if you have the burst that they have right now with the Lion and the Gyrocopter. Then having track as extra incentive to get kills can swing the game back in your favor. But ideally for 4Clovers, what they want to do is just get a little bit ahead, get this Bounty Hunter up to level 6, and then just steamroll from there on out. Whereas for Power Rangers, they're going to grab a Void. Not the hero I expected after the AA and Vengeful Spirit, mostly because these two heroes don't really have great ways of dumping damage into the Chronosphere.
Back during the Faceless Void era, actually, Ancient Apparition was one of the top tier picks with the Faceless Void, just because you just have that easy initiation for the Ice Blast. So you get some synergy with those two, plus you could probably add the Queen of Pain as well. It just adds ease of execution for the Sonic Wave if you manage to catch 3 heroes in the Chronosphere. So there is some synergy with what Power Rangers has, and they can also use it for zoning Chronosphere. You look at 4Clovers draft, they've got a Gyrocopter who's got pretty low range, you have an Earthshaker as your support, and a Bounty Hunter. You can pretty much zone out a lot of these heroes with the Chronosphere alone.
10 seconds
A lot of times it's the threat of Chronosphere more so than the actual skill itself. Like, if you landed on one hero, 2 heroes, it's fine, but yeah, if you just make it so that 4Clovers are really scared about fighting and jumble their positioning because of it, sometimes that's even better. It's a DK to be banned out along with the Puck. Power Rangers most likely still looking for their off-lane hero, and together with the Faceless Void, well, I mean, they could still go for another melee hero. I think they have the support to actually, well, I guess the support to support that. But, something like a Centaur perhaps for them, as 4Clovers grab a TA as their last pick. I think they ran this in their games yesterday, although I was casting a different tournament, and I am not 100% sure on that.
I can't add anything onto that either. I wasn't around for those games, so yeah.
They did once, and it lost.
Once. Oh, that's not good. But TA is our last pick for 4Clovers. Their draft, it's very, very squishy, but it's also very burst oriented. So if 4Clovers can just be right on the ball, get those couple of kills, get that level 6 on the bounty hunter and just start snowballing from that point, it's okay. But Power Rangers, they're going to take a step back in time and secure the sniper. It works at the Faceless Void Chrono, so it can work. But we'll see if the sniper is still going to hoo-hoo-ha-ha this game.
Well, they expect the matchup for the sniper to be up against the Templar Assassin, and we've seen that a couple times in the last patch. The way it works is that sniper has a fantastic time and then level 6 hits, in which case he has to be very, very scared because Templar Assassin, let alone Waga's Templar Assassin, once she gets the psionic traps, once Bounty Hunter is willing to rotate in, then it's going to be a little bit more difficult for the sniper to actually survive. That is, of course, if the sniper goes towards mid, which it looks like it might be the case. You know, you don't really have any better, or I mean, you could put the Queen of Pain there, but then sniper, maybe safe lane solo, would be up against a bounty hunter, and that's not really what you want, mostly because bounty hunter can apply pressure to the sniper as a melee hero, and that's something you don't really see every day. But as far as Power Rangers late game is concerned, it's pretty dangerous, and even if they do far behind, get a little bit behind in the track department, they can recover just because Faceless Void sniper late game is insane.
Would you say that Power Rangers has the lineup with ease of execution just because of what they have for setup, or do you think 4Clovers is going to have a much easier time when it comes to going into these team fights?
Oh, that's a really hard question, mostly because you have two X Factor heroes like Bounty Hunter and Faceless Void are the heroes that have, like, if you play them correctly, they're going to be freaking awesome, but if you stumble a little bit, they're going to be, or they're going to feel like trash heroes. So, I mean, the 4 heroes on 4Clovers, aside from the Bounty Hunter, those are very easy heroes to perform with. I mean, easier, but same thing for Power Rangers. But it's just going to come down to those heroes, and in that case, it's going to come down to the early starts as far as how much pressure they can apply to each other. Queen of Pain, the Templar Assassin, the Gyrocopter, these are going to be key heroes in order for both sides to get a grasp on the early game.
So we'll just have to see who snowballs out of the laning phase first, whether it's going to be 4Clovers or Power Rangers. Should we introduce the players while the game is paused? Because we may see some bounty rune action.
Yeah, we might as well. It's going to be Wagamama playing on the 4Clover side as the Templar Assassin. BZZ is on the Gyrocopter. Vankscore is on the line. Did I miss someone? No, I didn't. Okay, up towards top, it's going to be Sexy Bamboy. Not Bambo, guys. On the Earthshaker, and then Yol is on the Bounty Hunter, going towards bottom for now.
On the side of Power Rangers, we have Cheshire Cat, who's going to be rolling on our Faceless Void up towards the towers. We've got J4 on the Vengeful Spirit, King R on our Ancient Apparition, Ditira on our famous little sniper, and lastly we've got Sunlight, who's going to be handling our Queen of Pain. But the game's still paused.
I think we had some, or 4Clovers had some, like, pause-ish issues. I don't know exactly the extent of it yesterday, but it got pretty bad, but hopefully that's not going to be the case today. Hopefully everyone is satisfied with how these games are going, and no one is going to feel inclined to, you know, do anything malicious. But I could hope, I guess.
You're tempting them. You're
do it, guys.
Them,
I dare
Stop.
you.
Stop. Please. I would like some sleep tonight. Oh, man.
I heard sleep is overrated.
So I was just going to take a look at their inventories. Do we have anything like smokes on these heroes? No smokes, so we're not going to see anything like smoke rotations. Would have been nice. Either team, if they decide to go for smoke rotations, high kill potential for both sides. I would probably give the edge to PR, though.
It's hard to top an Ancient Apparition's Chilling Touch. Like, even though Rocket Barrage is a ridiculous level 1 skill, Chilling Touch is a little bit more so. Power Rangers are loading out with A Sentry. The Sniper has that one. I don't know if that's going to be dewarding or what, but they also have Dust of Appearance on the Ancient Apparition. They are as prepared as they can be to face up against a team that has 2 invisible heroes. Bounty Hunter and the Templar Assassin both will be hit by that invis, and he's going to be chilling on the bottom lane for right now, and it seems like this is going to be a Bambo off-lane Earthshaker with a roaming supporty Bounty Hunter, which is the most common way we see this Bounty Hunter played, but it also adds a lot more variance to the hero.
It's going to make PR a little bit afraid during the laning phase, just always going to have to be wary of just having that bounty hunter that could come out of nowhere. The only issue is if your bounty hunter's roaming around like this and he doesn't get anything, it takes him quite a bit of time to come online, or he has to try and find a kill. But because he's only gone for the point into Shadow Walk, which he needs to move around the map, it's gonna be a low chance unless Sunlight on the Queen, sorry, unless the TA in the mid lane can really do something to help that bounty just move forward, because as is, your bounty's not going to be doing much.
Something we're going to have to actually watch out for is Yul and the Courier, or the Dire Courier, because that's going to be his prime objective. He has boots first. He has, I think, enough movement speed with the Shadow Walk bonus. No, not quite enough movement speed to just pop the Courier straight out, but with 2 hits, it is definitely a possibility, and that is going to be his prime objective. And we can already see that in his movement right now. Like, he can't do anything to this Queen of Pain unless they have some help. Bankscore is here with the spike, or onto the sniper in the mid lane, and here comes the Bounty Hunter actually gonna slap the sniper once. But yeah, sniper is up against 3 heroes right now, and this is something that at the very least Ditya did not expect to be up against.
There is a sentry ward in the mid lane for Ditya, so he is expecting Bounty Hunter to just come in for some rotations to help Wagamama try and grab some, well, a kill onto sniper. That's pretty much the thing you want when you're going up against a sniper. If you just leave him to farm, that's not the best situation. He is easy to kill though, so there is a chance for Ditya to go down. Up top though, Sunlight just having a bit of harassment coming out from Sexy Bamboo and our Bounty Hunter, but it's a Queen of Pain. He's got the blink.
You're just trying to inspire a little bit of fear, maybe force a little bit of extra detection to be purchased by the side of Power Rangers. While the Bounty Hunter is doing this, Bankscore was chilling in the mid lane, giving Wagamama a little bit of early game help versus the sniper. Something that you really need to do if you're going to have a decent time at all as a TA, but that is, of course, going to leave BZZ alone in the bottom lane versus 2 heroes. Now, these 2 heroes aren't really the most dangerous, but they can definitely kill off a Gyrocopter with the power of Chilling Touch. The Bounty Hunter, though, he's always on the roam right now, and he's going to find J4. I think he just blew a smoke, actually. So, I might have seen the smoke animation, I'm not sure. But either way, this Bounty Hunter is being a nuisance, but that's pretty much all he's doing.
He's just being a ward and a bit of a right clicker, I guess, as his bounty. He's just giving vision for his team, which it's going to be helpful for 4Clovers to spot things out, and if there's a kill potential, he's going to be there to grab the assist gold. But aside from that, he's just walking around. He's just giving EXP and gold to the rest of his teammates. That's pretty much all he's doing.
When you're running with a Shaker and a Templar Assassin, these 2 heroes do need the extra support sometimes, but really Bounty Hunter isn't really great at doing that. This bottom lane really is suffering, however. Like, Gyrocopter has 5 CS, whereas the Faceless Void is doubling him up currently at 11, so that's not good times for a Gyrocopter, and especially if they're planning on playing this super aggressively, you need your Gyrocopter to at the very least get some levels. He has gone for Rocket Barrage and Homing Missile, so maybe he's going to go for a little bit more of a casting build as opposed to that Flat Cannon Turbo Farm build, but it's not really going to work out fantastically if he doesn't have any support right now. Bambo up towards top lane, Shadow Strike damage, looks like that will be lethal, and there are no trades in sight except for the Bounty Hunter denied, but meantime down towards bottom, Bankscore got jumped on with the Chilling Touch active. He's going to get the Hex on the Cheshire Cat. BZ's doing a lot of damage, but not quite enough on the Void. It's going to be First Blood drawn by King R down on the bottom lane. Oh man, not a great start for 4Clovers, and well, to be fair, I guess to Bounty Hunter, if he was on the bottom lane or top, couldn't really do anything, but he did get the deny, which is nice.
The deny was probably the best thing you could have asked for in the top lane, but down bottom they're giving First Blood away to an aggressive tri-lane and having your safe lane carry not farm as well as they would like to. They're suffering, and their only comeback mechanism at this point is going to be Wagamama on the TA. He's pretty much their only hope at this point because he is very strong. TA, it's great if he has items. If he doesn't, he can just fall back to the damage from the refraction charges. So 4Clovers, they're not in the worst position possible. They can come back, but their timing window is starting to close. They're going to have to do it sooner or later.
The entire point of their draft is to get a little bit ahead and then just cascade into huge amount of advantage, and well, so far they're starting this game a little bit behind, which is less than ideal. Bounty Hunter is closing in on levels a little bit, but really not enough. Like, the kill, of course, shoved King R a little bit more in the experience department. Vengeful Spirit is closing on to level 3 as well, and well, Bounty Hunter barely hit level 2. They do have a level 3 Lion and a Gyrocopter with Rocket Barrage, but he doesn't have that extra point in Rocket Barrage. He's gone for the Flat Cannon afterwards, so maybe 4Clovers thinking about stepping back from this turbo-aggressive strategy and, well, just trying to go for the late game. Bounty Hunter, though, is, well, they know that someone's around and they're going to spot the Bounty Hunter, or at least scare him off those vortexes. I don't really know if they could actually get a kill on Cheshire Cat right now. They need Van Score at the very least to have brown boots.
They need more disable if they want to take out Cheshire Cat. Because you have a Bounty Hunter here, you've got your Gyrocopter who has a unreliable stun really. It takes a little bit of wind up time to really reach the target. And you have a Lion, it is 2 disables, but they need more than that because there's always going to be the backtrack chances. You can't deny the fact that there's always going to be the chance that he backtracks one major damage source. It happens. So I would like to see if they bring in the Earthshaker to try and go for a kill.
Well, Earthshaker still has his hands full up towards top. He is level 5 at this point, is doing pretty well in the experience department, but I don't think anyone should be surprised that Sunlight on the Queen of Pain is handling the lane very, very well, and that's a Queen of Pain versus Earthshaker matchup. One of, if not the easiest matchups for Queen of Pain possible in Dota, so yeah, Queen of Pain now at level 6. She has quite a bit of bursts on her hands right now, and if she does, end up Shadow Striking the Earthshaker once or twice, Shaker really doesn't have that much to fight back against the Queen of Pain unless Queen of Pain really overcommits and blinks into a tower or something like that, or blinks into a full creep wave. So, yeah, it's going to be tough times for pretty much all 3 lanes in 4Clovers. Templar Assassin's outlaning the Sniper, in fact doing so quite handily, but that's about it. And Power Rangers are constantly rotating on this Queen of Pain to try to make sure she doesn't get to be that much of a problem. J4 gonna run into Yol in the river. This is an Orb of Venom Boots Bounty Hunter. This is a pain in the ass hero, but he doesn't have enough damage to actually get kills.
He's level 2. It's been a rough game for Bounty. He hasn't been able to grab any kills. He hasn't really forced PR into defensive positions. So the Bounty Hunter, it's not working too well as of yet. Down bottom though, Ancient Apparition gonna secure the last hit onto the Gyrocopter. So again, another blow to the tri-lane on the side of 4Clovers. Queen of Pain, they're getting a kill on the Bounty Hunter. My goodness, what happened? Sexy Bamboo wants to kill J4, but that's not gonna happen. He's gonna be chased down by Sunlight. Oh man, this is not working out for 4Clovers.
They found the Vengeful Spirit out and alone, and 9 times out of 10 if you find a Vengeful Spirit alone, that's going to be a free kill, but again, the Bounty Hunter doesn't actually do any damage right now, and it's only level 3 Fissure that the Earthshaker can contribute. That wasn't enough to burst the Vengeful Spirit, therefore Queen of Pain comes in and cleans up, and in the meantime down towards bottom lane, or I guess before that, on the bottom lane, it's just a very simple time walk with Chilling Touch active, with the Vortexes being leveled up by King R. A lot more feasible for them to actually lock him down. Now the Chronosphere is going to happen. Cheshire Cat does get hexed up before that, though. Not doing any damage, but now he will. With the Chilling Touch active, they'll beat down the Gyrocopter and look towards Vank Score as well. Time walk forward. Cheshire Cat is going to lay into this line. A little bit of minus armor. Actually didn't connect. A little bit too far away from J4, but doesn't really matter. It's 0-7 right now, and 4Clovers are very, very far behind in this game. Templar Assassin, even if she does start to go off, I don't know if she could possibly go off hard enough. They're going to get in towards Ditchy Rod, though. Yol is there as well as the Fissure from Shaker, which is walling off the bounty a little bit. He'll be fine to disengage, but it's a kill for 4Clovers. Oh, no, he won't be fine, because that was Queen of Pain teleporting in. My bad, guys. Yol gets picked off in a 1-8 score right now for Power Rangers.
So at least 1 kill was secured for 4Clovers, and it was on the Sniper, but they're still significantly far behind. Their Gyrocopter, he's farming okay, but he's died a couple of times. You have an off-lane Earthshaker who, he's doing okay. He's doing all right for an Earthshaker. If it was any other off-lane, maybe then he would have been able to provide more for his team. But at this point, 4Clovers, they're put into a bit of an awkward position because, as you mentioned beforehand, they were meant to snowball early up against Power Rangers draft, but it's just the complete it's a complete opposite. They're behind. What's their game plan at this point to come back? Are they just going to follow, are they going to tail Wagamama to go for ganks? Are they just going to have to fall into a defensive position? What do you think is the game plan?
I think they're probably just going to be smoking up as much as they can. Once Bounty Hunter gets level 6, Track is going to be one of those games for Bounty Hunters where you need Track just to come back into this game, just to equalize this game, and Yol is still very far away from that, so, oh, he's going to get revealed. He's going to blow the smoke, and then the beatdown is going to commence. That's not what you want to have happen if your Bounty Hunter's only level 3. No chance against, 10 levels worth of hero on the Power Rangers side. Yeah, Bounty Hunter wrong place at the wrong time, but they do have the ability, 4Clovers, to clear out giant stacks. And bottom lane, they're going to catch Cheshire Cat. He's trying to get away, but he's not fast enough. They do kill off the Faceless Void as well, who for some reason couldn't get the time walk out. But now BZ jumped in by Sunlight. Sonic Wave is available, which will get the kill. That's going to be a dominating streak for the Queen of Pain. And suddenly that trade for 4Clovers not nearly as good. Sunlight thinking about going for Vank Score. He really wants to, but you don't really want to dive a level 6 line. Not good times there, but in the meantime, mid lane, it's going to be shrapnel layers upon shrapnel layers. Refraction does go up, which may block the Assassinate. No, it won't. It's going to cut right through, but the Templar Assassin will be fine. Now Bambo going to teleport right into said Shrapnel, and well, can't get close enough for an Echo Slam. 210 and Power Rangers. They're making trades, which is at this point less than ideal, but they're still getting pretty far ahead off of them.
That was actually a nice fissure from Sexy Bamboy. The only issue is there's no one nearby for follow-up, so nice fissure, no follow-up, no kills. It's a little bit sad, but this bounty though, I've been nitpicking at y'all and I'm very sorry. But at this point, would you just say you'd prefer any other hero than a bounty hunter at level 3? Because he's just not doing anything. He's got 1 level in Shuriken, 1 level in Janata, 1 level in Shadow Walk. He's just a walking ward at this point. He can't really give anything to his team. Should 4Clovers give some lane time to Yol so he can actually get that level 6 and become a little bit more relevant? Or do you think they're just going to have to keep on doing with what they're doing for the moment and get farm on their Earthshaker and their TA and their Gyro instead?
Well, I mean, there is a top lane that is technically open for the Bounty Hunter. The problem is that if he shows his face at all, there's a Chronosphere waiting for him, and Faceless Void at this point can very easily do the Bounty Hunter in. Bottom lane, you need your Gyrocopter to get farm. Mid lane, you need your other heroes to get farm as well. So Bounty just has to scrape experience wherever he can get it, and that's not really going to be easy for him. He's going to find a hidey hole up towards top where he'll be able to bleed some, but that's about it. So, yeah, I mean, for 4Clovers, they really just need to get this track up online. I think that, or the Blink Dagger on Shaker, represents their biggest chance of actually coming back into this game, because they do still have a lot of damage just based off of their natural skills. They just have to have some way of actually doing the damage. And Bankscore, he's going to look toward Cheshire Cat up towards top, but I don't know if this line's fast enough. He gets the Hex after the Time Walk. Did not expect that to happen, but turnaround Chronosphere with the Ice Blast. Gonna catch 2. That's not quite gonna do it though. Yol still alive. Now the Finger of Death to Cheshire Cat. He won't backtrack that one. Bankscore still very wounded though. Is gonna go down 2 more right clicking R. Echo Slam gonna hold the 2 supports out, but not do that much damage all things considered. Now Bambo on the run. There also is a Queen of Pain coming in. Sunlight wants some blood, and I think she's gonna get it as well. No Sonic Wave just yet. Yol gotta make sure not to get too close to the Shaker there. They will not go super deep for that kill, but for 4Clovers, they kill off the Void, they lose their Lion, they draw a Chronosphere, they draw an Ice Blast. That was probably as good as it is going to get for them, unless Bambo runs into Sunlight, which he doesn't. Or does he?
Oh, I think
Sunlight.
he knows. He knows. Oh, Sexy Bamboy. Oh, Sunlight's thinking about it. He probably is expecting the TP's in. He's just going to back up with the Haste Rune. Nice play by Sunlight, not to get too greedy. You have seen a couple of these kills from that go on the way of 4Clovers. It's a couple of them have been from PR overextensions. Like for example, down bottom during the laning phase, a Faceless Void dying to a Gyrocopter +1. You still have to respect the amount of damage. Although Sunlight, he's found the Gyrocopter and he's got no support nearby. Just gonna throw the rocket. Sunlight's gonna back up at this point. He's not afraid. Never mind. Blink forward. Mid lane, though. Lion gonna get the kill onto Sniper. Although a Gyrocopter wants to fight after Sunlight. Sunlight mistakes. Mistakes have been made. Overconfident, and he actually dies.
Man, that was.
Man.
Yeah,
well,
we literally just said Queen of Pain not gonna be over greedy, and there she is blinking into a Gyrocopter with the missile on her tail, and she knew about the missile as well. So yeah, the Queen of Pain plays a little bit questionable, and then over towards the mid lane they threw the fissure up towards the Sniper, and then the Lion Bankscore got a pretty sick snipe from the low ground towards the high ground, near max range on that spike, and was able to tag the Sniper with it, getting the kill for them. 5-11 right now, and man, we gave them all these ways. We discussed all these ways of them getting back into the game. I guess we didn't discuss the possibility of Power Rangers suddenly suiciding with a whole bunch of their heroes, because that is probably their best way and easiest way to get back into this game. Of course, if Power Rangers are going to be willing to do that. They also are positioned on the bottom lane, 4Clovers, with a Blink Dagger on the Templar Assassin, baiting in the Chronosphere. Fissure is going to be there to wall Cheshire Cat off. Ice Blast will connect onto 2. Sonic Wave through it will kill off Bankscore, but now Wagamama straight on Cheshire Cat. 2 hits is going to kill off the Faceless Void. In an even trade so far. If Wagamama can disengage, I don't know if he can though. Bambo is going to scare them off. He does not have his ultimate, but Power Rangers don't know that. Yol's going to charge forward, has track, is going to put it onto whoever he can find. But that was a nice little play by Bambo, just charging the enemies as Earthshaker. He was bluffing the entire time, and it's just going to be a 1-for-1 that this time again favors 4Clovers.
That was a really nice play coming out from 4Clovers. They were positioned behind the line. They were using him as bait. Actually, never mind. Sunlight in trouble. There's the fissure. It might disconnect. Never mind. Blink forward. Sunlight in the trees, but he will be spotted out because he is tracked. Never mind. Track runs out. Wagamama. They had to. Oh man, they managed to get vision in the end though. So at least they kill Sunlight, and 4Clovers, all of a sudden they're back into the game.
Ice Blast is going to connect onto 5 over in the mid lane. Or 4. It looked like it was going to connect onto 5, but did you see that anticipation play from Waga? Like, that was some, you know, put it in a clip show type play where he was right on top of the Queen of Pain, blinked to the north, expecting the Queen of Pain to blink there as well. Fell a little bit short, unfortunately, but hey, gotta give props for trying, right? Over towards mid, Yol is still on the hunt. He has level 3 Shuriken at this point, and he has track. They see to draw one hit from Wagamon with double damage, and the Finger of Death. That sniper didn't stand a chance in hell. Now onto J4 they go. With the Blink Dagger on Bambo, they'll wall off J4 from any potential support and kill her off as well. That's 2 kills for the 4Clovers side, and all of a sudden, Power Rangers, I don't actually think 4Clovers did anything that would actually, like, substantially bring them into this game. It's mostly just Power Rangers giving up some very easy kills, and that gave 4Clovers some very important items, namely the 2 Blink Dags, which they're going to use towards Sunlight in the mid lane. Now they're thinking about it, but yeah, Power Rangers slipping and throwing a couple of kills away. Suddenly, their lead is all but lost.
Well, if you take a look at the graphs, 4Clovers are actually leading in some departments. 5k EXP lead for 4Clovers, whereas net worth, it's creeping towards the 5k mark. Still around 4k, but 4Clovers, though, they're starting to mount that lead, which they should have had 10 minutes ago. They were supposed to dominate all their lane, not dominate, but at least just get ahead in their lanes, get those items and start snowballing. It happened 5 minutes late, but at least it's happened at this point. So now Power Rangers, they're in a bit of an awkward position. They still do have a lot of team fight abilities online and ready to go. The question is, do they want to keep fighting, or do they want to slow down and get some farm on their heroes? Because they have some good late game potential compared to 4Clovers.
Cheshire Cat, he's gonna get jumped. He does have the Chronosphere, the damage though just enough with the track. It's gonna be some extra cash for Bambo and Yol. I mean, they have the Chronosphere, right? They have the Sonic Wave, Ice Blast. These are all skills that you want to be making or basing your movement off of. As soon as you have those skills back from cooldown, you want to be making some sort of play. But every single time they make those plays, or most of the time, it's on Vank's score. And yeah, I mean, he's been playing very well as the Lion, but it's still a Lion at the end of the day, and Fissures have been walling off the Faceless Void from his kills pretty much every single time. So for Power Rangers, they're just not executing these jumps in correctly once they actually do get an angle for a Chronosphere. So if you do that, if that's constantly happening, it's going to be really hard to suggest to Power Rangers that, yeah, you should probably keep going for these kills. But if they don't go for these kills, like, the Faceless Void is constantly going to get jumped, and Sniper doesn't have much in the way of farm either. So these 2 cores from Power Rangers, they got jumped one too many times, and suddenly it's Waga and BZZ on top of the net worth chart by quite a nice margin.
So good stuff for 4Clovers. So we're just going to have a little bit of quiet time for both sides, but it might actually be broken very shortly. Power Rangers, they want to mount a push up top. They've got almost everybody. They've only got Cheshire Cat down bottom, though, so he won't be there unless they want to TP him. But oh, the courier has been sniped by a bounty hunter. First snipe of the game. It's happened. We're going to see more bounty hunter courier snipes. Yeah, about 50 minutes?
Yeah, I mean,
13 minutes. Yeah.
Ideally for Bounty Hunter, of course, the game plan is always get the courier when it's delivering its bottle out the first time. That's not going to happen all that often. Down towards bottom lane, BZ get jumps, and there's the Chronosphere Sonic Wave to kill him off. 2 TPs coming in, Waga Vank score a little bit too late. In fact, Waga doesn't even have enough mana to continue this fight. Now Yol, he's spotted out by a random sentry. He's going to try to run away, but the swap is there, plus the magic missiles. He's definitely going to die to someone. Who will it be? It's going to be the Sniper. Fissure from the low ground, not quite going to do it. Power Rangers get 2 free kills, and well, that power of the Chronosphere is still tangible, and that's exactly what I was talking about, if they are able to execute. And BZ got a little bit too comfortable down the bottom lane. They also take down the top lane tier 1. Pretty nice series of events until Digirod gets jumped by an Echo Slam. Bambo is going to crush the Sniper underfoot. Maybe a little bit too late. Would have been better if he got in there 30 seconds earlier to get the deny in the tower or something. But a kill's a kill, and that Sniper didn't stand a chance.
Yeah, that was a good turn of events actually for Power Rangers. They drew attention down bottom, and that means that there were less heroes up top. Power Rangers, they could have gone for the push, but instead they got a bit of an extra bonus with the bounty kill. They get the tower, they lose the sniper. Unfortunate there, but they still grab grab a objective plus you could say a priority kill, or a couple of priority kills in the process. So it's okay for Power Rangers to lose something, but also gain something in the process. Although down bottom, they're probably going to lose their bottom T1 tower unless we get a couple more heroes coming into the bottom lane, which is going to happen. So we've got Sunlight, Daira, and J4. Are they going to bring any more in though? Looks like they are.
Well, they just want to get this deny mostly. BZ is going to get picked away by the Sniper. Fissure is there. The Shrapnel is going to prevent Wagmama from getting in effectively. Call down is there. Actually, it's not going to connect onto the Wagmama. She's going to jump right in. J4 gets the swap out into Sunlight, but BZ's still on top of him with that Rocket Barrage. They'll kill off one. Ice Blast might kill off the Gyrocopter, but Ditchira in the meantime, once again, fighting up against the Cow. Vangscore jacks that kill with the long-range Finger of Death, but now he's trapped in creeps. He will barely get out of there. Sunlight wants to blink in and secure this kill, but Wagmama's going to jump in first. Straight onto King Arf. The Shuriken toss, not quite going to kill off Sunlight, but it will kill off the AA, and Yul cannot pursue any longer. He'll track up because of value reasons, but they will not take down the tier 2 tower. In the meantime, top lane was being pushed by Cheshire Cat, yet still it's a 1-for-3 in favor of 4Clovers, and they're going to look towards Roshan now. They also crucially survived with Vangscore. He now has his Blink Dagger available as well.
They should be able to finish Roshan in time, but I would like to see another hero in there, so probably Bounty's going to be poking his head in there to help finish up that Rosh. Power Rangers, they shouldn't get there in time. They probably don't even know what's happening. Sunlight's still hanging around the bottom lane. Everyone's just kind of all over the place for Power Rangers. So, easy Rosh for 4Clovers, and it means that they can be more aggressive with the Aegis and Wagamama, unless they want to put on someone else, but no. TA probably the best hero to really put an Aegis on.
And now
Sunlight.
in the bottom lane, they're going to look to burst down Sunlight. They have a Fissure and an Echo Slam to work with, but it looks like they were actually spotted by the Ice Blast that flew overhead. Did miss as far as the damage output is concerned, but still applies that chill, still gets you that vision, and now Yul, well, he's going to find J4 with the track. This Bounty Hunter, now level 9, is going to do exactly what they want the Bounty Hunter to do, and Double Shaker, Ditchira, is going to get, once again, annihilated by Bambo. Poor Sniper, man. Like, you can't do anything about that. Once it happens, once the blink button is pushed, you're just dead.
Well, take into consideration how squishy Sniper is. The only items he has to give him any sort of strength is his treads and his Wraith Band. And Sniper in general, very squishy hero, so if you see an opportunity like that, why not? Just grab the kill on that Sniper. If you can get him early when he's still weak, that's probably the best time to really kill off the little merry man.
That's
so
why we
again,
see, like,
back to some...
Sanj
Sorry?
and Ultimate Orbs for Scotty. That's just to make sure that that doesn't happen, but he just doesn't have the farm to actually get those types of items. Like, Sanj is pretty easy to build up, but he can't even really do that effectively.
Dire's top tower is
Yeah,
under
he
attack.
hasn't really had too much time dedicated to farming. He's been around with his team because he's constantly afraid of being jumped on, and even though he's had his team nearby, he's still been jumped on. And he just dies so quickly. What can they really do? They could try and swap him out, but that means that that J4 and the Venge would have to watch him 24/7. So it's a bit hard to keep Ditchira alive. If they can get trades though, while losing their Sniper, it's okay. But the trades haven't been too good so far.
BZZ is baiting right now. Templar Assassin is about as scary as she can possibly get for 20 minutes in with a haste DD and a fresh Chrysalis. Fortunately though, for Power Rangers, they have an Observer Ward that's going to spot the entire situation, yet even with that, they know they can't fight effectively. They're going to lose a tier 1 tower at the very least. Wagamama has no compunction at all with backdooring that one and will just be on her way. Sonic Wave now going to get upgraded to an Aghanim's level ultimate, but oh man, it really does depend on this Chronosphere for Cheshire Cat as far as how the Power Ranger side are going to perform. But they are having their hands forced right now. They have to defend this top lane. Wagamama's pushing with the Deso and crit is really scary.
It is, and if our Power Rangers, I'd be very afraid into even attempting to engage, because remember, there's still an Aegis and Wagamama, so even if you get rid of the massive damage source on the side of 4Clovers, you have to kill it again. That's also with what could be refraction as well put up. There could be melt, so if you have no detection, you may actually just get bursted down. So I like what Power Rangers are doing. They're going to try and not engage into 4Clovers. If it's high ground, though, they will have the high ground advantage. So it should be a better situation for Power Rangers. For the moment, though, they're just going to have to stall and farm up on the heroes, but it's still looking pretty dire, pun not intended.
And, well, for 4Clovers, they get a tier 2 tower for free, and well, Power Rangers, they tried to make a tier 1 trade for that, already less than ideal, but then we had a pretty smooth move by Yul, channeling a TP, not with the intention of completing it, just to scare off the Power Ranger side, and Earthshaker was able to deny that. Very easy to get tower denies with Shaker when you have maxed out Enchant Totem, so yeah, they will take that gold away from the Power Rangers side, and at this point, they need every bit of gold they get, because Ditchira still is working with Ogre Club, and has been working with Ogre Club for the past, like, 4 minutes at the very least. He hasn't gotten any items after that. He can buy maybe something close to a Sanj, but in the meantime, Bounty Hunter, the support bounty, has a Dagon. And this guy, though he can't completely 100-0 the Sniper, he can make his day really bad. And they also see Ditchira. Bambo, once again, gonna jump in. Echo Slam, Fissure onto 2. Finger of Death, though, will kill off the Sniper. And they also lose the AA to Yul solo. That's going to be 2 very easy kills for 4Clovers, and hey, look at that. They're right next to a tier 2 tower that they could push.
Oh god. This is pretty much what happens when you don't have enough defensive vision. They have a Power Rangers, they've got a couple of wards out. They've got some river wards, but they don't have anything like in their jungle. They've got the one ward here, which gives them a little bit of directional movement, but aside from that, they have no idea what happens in their jungle. So when they go in there, if they're going into their lanes even, there's a chance it could be spotted out by a bounty hunter, by traps, by wards. There's just so much aggressive vision that 4Clovers, if they see somebody, they're going to jump on them. Down bottom, we've got Sunlight Cheshire Cat who might be in trouble. We have our very pesky homing missile that wants to go after our face. Wait, actually, can he TP out of time? It's so close! No! He doesn't even get out. Oh, that's a fast missile. Nerf, please.
Life sucks and then you die. That was just... I mean, he didn't have any other counterplay there. Like, maybe Queen of Pain. Sunlight actually takes the time and right-clicks the missile down. That may have been both of them surviving, but it's hard to make the call in the moment like that because, well, the drums were popped by 4Clovers. They were going very quickly in, and, well, with no Vasis Void, there is really no chance that Power Rangers defend this tier 2 tower. They still have so much in the way of team fight. Like the Sonic Wave, Aghanim, they have that Chronosphere, they have the Ice Blast. It just hasn't hit enough people enough times, and now 4Clovers, they've cleaned out all the tier 2 towers of the enemy side. They have 2,700 gold on the TA, there's 2,000 gold on the line, and a fresh BKB on the Gyrocopter. They're just going to be looking for some random sucker to pick off, and it might be Yol to start things off. He is going to be hesitant about walking in this area just because he knows that this is a very likely place that the enemies have detection, but Bounty Hunter can clearly solo the Ancient Apparition. We've already seen that. So if he finds the AA again, then that is going to bust the doors wide open for 4Clovers to make a high ground push.
Oh god, 4Clovers making a beeline into the enemy jungle. J4!
Oh god.
Oh god, he just got crit. It wasn't even crit, it was double damage
It
melt.
was a one-hit kill.
Oh,
It was actually a one-hit kill. The damage done thing in the fight recap doesn't even understand what happened.
It doesn't even exist. It happened too quickly. Oh man, J4, he's just like, what do I do at this point? He can't do anything. He's not poor. He's sitting on some decent items, but you're going up against a TA who could literally just blink on top of you and kill you instantly if he has a double damage or if he gets lucky with a crit. So it's a hard life for the supports on the side of Power Rangers. I think Power Rangers are just waiting for high ground at this point. They're just saying, okay, we can't directly fight into 4Clovers. Just wait for high ground. We have the defender's advantage. And they have good spells as well for countering or slowing, even slowing down or even engaging teams that could be pushing up to their high ground. So it's not looking too bad. If Power Rangers can't defend high ground though, then that's probably going to be it for them. I don't think they could really come back unless 4Clovers just throw bodies at them, but that's not going to happen.
Well, they're going to smoke up and look to catch someone on 4Clovers by surprise. They're going to catch Fang Score. No. He gets a blink out, albeit barely. Now Cheshire Cat is tracked up, so no more secrets are here for the Power Rangers side. It's the right play. It's the play that you really need to make if you're going to try to break this kind of stalemate that doesn't favor you. But unfortunately, Vangscore is not a terrible player. He's not going to get caught out by that. And now it's going to be BZZ catching Cheshire Cat with the missile. Blink forward for a Hex into Cheshire Cat. Swap out from J4, but now suddenly the Vengeful Spirit's in a little bit more trouble. Templar Assassin throws a trap, not going to jump in yet. Fissure's going to connect onto J4 included. Bambo trying to get in there with the damage. Finger Death not quite enough. Now the Magic Missile not going to connect in the low range, but they will get the kill anyway. Yol's going to jump right in. He's going to try to go for J4, but he's not going to have enough damage for that. Now Cheshire Cat turns around with the Chronosphere. He dodges the spike, and he's going to go straight for Vangscore, just leaving Wagamama there to rot. Cheshire Cat might get this kill, but he's taking so much damage from the gyro, and he will go down. Wagamama is still alive as well. So far, 2 for 1 in favor of Power Ranger, but they're going to catch Sunlight down to the bottom end. Doesn't have any more mana. This Queen of Pain is going to get barraged down. And Waga still looking for another target. It's a 2 for 2 right now. Very, very awkward exchange from both sides. But I think for Power Rangers, that's probably as good as it's going to go. Unfortunately for them, now they have no Sonic Wave, no Chronosphere, crucially. But 4Clovers, they will not push their luck. They will fall back.
Power Rangers got 2k gold from those 2 kills, and that's also including gold lost from the Queen of Pain and Void dying. That's how far ahead 4Clovers is. So if Power Rangers, even though they're giving away some pretty high value heroes themselves, they're a significant amount behind that. If you can delay the push or even just have 4Clovers back off from being half HP from a fight, to not even take T3 towers, then maybe this is how Power Rangers come back. Just come back from having these fights happen. Just come back through team fight. But they're gonna need a lot more team fights than this.
And they're gonna need numeric trades that benefit them. Like 2 for 2 usually is going to be fine. Other than that, though, like there's a bounty hunter who's adding track to the exchange, so 2 for 2 is going to be benefiting 4Clovers almost every single time because their 2 kills are track kills. And Power Rangers, that's just not going to happen. So Power Rangers need like 3 for 2s, 4 for 2s, and then you're asking a little bit much of their side, as Yol is, well, packing on some serious heat right now. He's gotten the Blink Dagger after the Dagon. He has quite a bit of burst, all things considered, at least compared to the Power Rangers' health pools right now. And well, they're just going to slowly push in all these waves, waiting for perhaps one or two more crucial items. They're going to try to jump in, but Vangscore, again, the fingers on this guy are so fast. He dodges Ice Blast and Sonic Wave, and with Sonic Wave down, maybe it's a 30-second window for 4Clovers to push. Maybe they just want to get some other item. They have 4K on the Gyrocopter. TA has 4K as well. Something like a BKB or an Assault Cuirass can help them push this high ground.
Man, Vanscore, though, he's probably the man of the match. Even before he had the Blink Dagger, his initiation, his decision-making as that Lion, it's really won the game for 4Clovers. If it wasn't for him, I think they would have been a little bit further behind during the early game. So just to have someone like that on your Lion, your support Lion, being able to play like that without the Blink Dagger, he has it now, but still, such a good player.
Oh, and now Echo Slam on the Cheshire Cat. He's going to get fingered and annihilated. And just like that, the 2 heroes are going to run away, as if nothing even happened. That's a minute down on the Faceless Void, and that's going to be the Lotus completed on the Lion. I don't actually think this is the correct item to go in this game, because there's nothing much that you could actually reflect, like, at all. But it's fine, it's a new item, that's cool.
Maybe to reflect the swap, the stun. But the thing is, though, J4 is never in the middle of the fights. He never uses his spells aggressively. It's always been defensive, so again... Yeah, I have to agree. Lotus Orb, it's a luxury item, but nothing important to really reflect.
If you reflect swap, do you not move?
You don't move, yes.
Oh,
you kind of just get swapped back into position.
That's pretty cool, I guess, but Ven's just not going to use her swap offensively now, so I think it's also irrelevant. Like, you could block a Magic Missile, a Cold Feet, a level 1 Cold Feet, oh, so scary, and an Assassinate, Shadow Strike, and that's it. So this is like not the item that you want to be going for as this Lion, unless I'm missing some sort of huge crucial interaction, which I'm pretty sure I'm not. But yeah, it's I guess 10 armor, 10 damage. Gotta tank up as that Lion, man.
He just wants to finish the game with a shiny new item. Who doesn't? Just pick up a Silver Edge, an Octarine Core, even an Enchanted Mango if you can't afford anything.
Get the what's it called? Oh man.
Which one?
The Solar Crest. That would actually be a good item to get right now.
It is a good item. I'm surprised a lot of teams don't purchase the Solar Crest for what it provides you. It's an amazing item, and it's pretty much got 0 downtime so long as you can constantly pop it on someone. So great item, but underutilized, I think.
Especially when you have a TA and a Gyrocopter against the Faceless Void. Like, whoever gets caught in that Chronosphere, you apply the Solar Crest to them and you're golden. Cheshire Cat's going to catch 2 with the Chronosphere. BZ does get his BKB off, however, and Wagmama and Bambo going to cut right to the back line, kill off the Queen of Pain, and Cheshire Cat failed to kill off his targets. He's going to get beaten down by Waga as well. They get the track on the J4. They can go in on this one. Dishiross firing the entire time, but it almost seems irrelevant because he doesn't have any damage. Waga's going to go for this kill on the Sniper. Will clean that one up for a double kill. Wicked 6 streak for Waga. 26-18, and just like that, the game is over.
That went a lot quicker than what I assumed it would be, but, well, it's first game for 4Clovers out of this best-of-3 series. They had a rough start compared to Power Rangers, but all of a sudden, a couple of counter kills, and Power Rangers being a little bit overconfident with their lead, they kind of threw the game away. Yeah,
they just got a little bit too overconfident, as you said, and got into situations in the 20-ish minute range when they thought they were going to be able to get those kills and get away, but then they overcommitted and died without any kills. So bad times there for Power Rangers. But guys, this is a best of 3. So 4Clovers aren't done quite yet. They have to repeat their performance. Maybe a TA is going to be banned out, so maybe things are going to be a little bit harder for them. But for right now, we're going to be moving on to Game 2. I'm Mikelorus. I'm joined by Danelie, and we'll both be right back in just a little bit.